Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, lovely people. Happy Independence Day, wherever you are. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is July 4th, 2024, 7:52 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Harmony. Thank you. It is a long intro. But, I give everybody time to come in, say hellos, kumbayas, all of that stuff. So, yeah. All right. So this is a new case. Okay, Bear, I'll look at it. This is a new case that we are going to be speaking about, and there is a lot going on. I mean, a lot going on. Let me pull up something, a picture of Nikki here. Nikki McCain. Here we go. This is a photo of Nikki McCain. Beautiful mother of four. And beautiful mother of four. Let me find her information here. All right. So let me see how I pronounce her middle name. I don't want to like mess it up. Nikki Chang Sella McCain. She's a 39-year-old woman from Redding, California. Okay. And guys, buckle up. Buckle up. It's about to get real. She was last seen from Redding, California on May 17th, 2024. It is now July 4th, right? So a month and a half or so. She was reportedly picked up by a ride share near the Wind River Casino and dropped off at her home in Alinda. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Olinda Road in Anderson, California. Nikki has not been seen or heard from since. Her vehicle, a 2002 Chevy Avalanche, was found abandoned on February 25th. So, 8 days later in Western, I'm really bad at these names with California. Tahoma County. The investigation, initially handled by the Redding Police Department, has been taken over by the Shasta County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit due to the location where the vehicle was found. Nikki's husband, be ready, be forewarned with this name, Tyler Scott McCain, has a history of DV. He was arrested on December 2nd, 2023 for several charges, including false imprisonment and corporal energy. I cannot speak today. Injury to a spouse. Despite pleading not guilty, he remains a person of interest in Nikki's disappearance. Court documents revealed several physical abuse inflicted by Tyler on Nikki just months before she went missing. The two have multiple, there have been multiple search conducted in the area where her vehicle was found and near the casino, but no significant leads have been discovered. We're on a month and a half of this. The community has rallied, and I mean, they have rallied, y'all, support for Nikki's family and continues to search for her. A reward of $10,000 is being offered for information leading to her discovery. Anyone with information is urged to call the Shasta County Major Crime Units at 530-245-6135, or you can email at mcu@shastacounty.gov. She is a mother of four, by the way. So there's a couple key points we need to note in this. So she was last seen May 17th, 2024. She was picked up by a ride share. So, Uber, anything like that, right? Service and near Win River Casino. We'll have to look where that is. Win River Casino. And she was supposedly dropped off at her home in Anderson. Then 8 days later, this is when her 2002 Chevy Avalanche was found abandoned. There is a long history of this husband of hers who has a lot of DV. He's got multiple felonies, to say the very least. Nikki is described as 4 feet 11 inches, so she's short, weighing only 110 pounds. Very petite woman, brown hair, brown eyes, with a floral tattoo on her left arm. Okay. So now that we got that, guys, if you guys will do me a big favor in hitting that thumbs up button, we need this to get to as many people as possible. It is a free way to get this out, help the channel. Nikki needs to be found. Other ways you can support the channel is also becoming a member. Thank you so much, Princess, for becoming a member, my dear. Is this the same guy that's wife went missing? That there was a big. Yes, we're getting ready to speak about that. I know I've gotten a lot of emails, and this is unrelated to the Nikki case because I've seen people coming in speaking about it. So there was remains found today in Hendersonville, close to New Shackle Road, and it is. I don't think it has anything to do at all with Sebastian. From what I understand, it is 105-pound female in Hendersonville. Still, okay, Angie, if you want to email me about that, that would be great. So, husband of missing woman Nikki McCain cited for sparking Olinda fire. That's right. That is right. This man, this husband of Nikki's, was charged today because he started a fire. I mean, Tricia, I mean, I guess it could be, but it would be doubtful in my opinion because we're talking California versus Tennessee, but it could be. It could be. Yes, he told people he was going to set the house on fire. I'm not familiar with the Shasta, like the soda, right? They can tell by pelvis. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. So Anderson County, Florida, California fire confirmed with the North State News today morning. An individual being cited for involved in starting a fire on Wednesday, July 3rd, which was yesterday. While they do share the identities of people arrested, it is against policy to give the identity of someone they cite. However, on Thursday, our reporter, this is KRCR, was approached by the homeowner, Tyler McCain, husband of the missing woman, Nikki McCain, who confirmed he was the person cited for the fire. He says the fire was ignited after after he parked a car on dry gas.
Hey everyone, it's
On dry
Max
gas?
Tedford. I'm
Or
back
does he mean
out
dry
along the
gas?
Lindo
I think that was a typo. I think they mean dry
Road in the
grass.
1700 block where that fire supposedly started yesterday. Now, we just learned this morning from CAL FIRE officials, after reaching out to them to get more information about this, that someone was cited for being part of causing this fire. Now, to what extent they caused it and what circumstances still aren't clear. So it's important to remember CAL FIRE can, cite you for accidentally causing a fire as much as purposely causing a fire. But, here at the 1700 block, specifically at this property, we know it's listed on white pages under a 39-year-old Tyler McCain. And so we're still waiting for more information on what exactly happened. But, looking at the damage, you can see a number of cars are totally burned out, totally destroyed. It seems that firefighters did a good job creating a fire line. So the house itself is not damaged. I don't know if you guys can see that in the background there.
This guy seems, not the reporter, but I'm talking about her husband,
I'll
seems
turn a
like
little bit so you guys can see there. But yeah, so the house isn't
a real
damaged.
piece of
All these
work.
cars here got burned out. There's some wooden structures, sheds, things like that are behind this these trees and this tree line right here. Those have a lot of damage. Those see fire damage. So there is definitely some damage, and
I don't think her body would be here, but I think maybe
seeing,
there could have been
fire crews,
evidence.
things like
I mean, why does someone start a fire to begin with? You start a fire to destroy something, right? Fire always destroys something. It has to have something that it's burning, right? That's what fire is.
like
So
that. Patrol the
destroying
area. I've seen
something,
at least 3 or 4 pass by me over the
evidence.
last 10-15 minutes that I've been here, going through, checking for hot spots, making sure this is totally out. But sky is totally clear of smoke. We know those
This kind of reminds me of the Maya Miliete case.
evacuation orders have all been dropped down to warnings. So it really seems things, at least on the fire sense of it, is under control. CAL FIRE's on scene and patrolling the area. They've got hot spot crews going around, making sure there aren't those hot spots. There's not going to be any reignition. And so it seems, as far as we've heard, the only really structural and material damage seems to be centered on this property, which is listed on white pages under a 39-year-old Tyler McCain. So, we saw a lot of law enforcement here investigating things yesterday. I estimated about 20 to 30 different law enforcement members, patrolling and walking through this
I
property
think he
while
walks up here.
the fire was going, while flames were burning.
I'm pretty sure he
We
walks
still
up here
don't know the
somewhere.
over the last lighting of a fire. We just had that. So we know this going in any
I
way.
thought he walks up
The
here
people,
somewhere.
hopefully they'll be able to share who they cited, and we'll have all that information tonight in our shows and on krcrtv.com later today. So make sure to tune in, make sure to check out, and we'll keep you guys updated as we learn more through the
Okay.
day. Thank you guys for
Maybe they
joining me.
didn't. Maybe they didn't. I know the husband walks up to one of these reporters and tells them that it was actually him. Let me show you the husband, what he looks like. I did a cover of him out over here on my cover page. This is the husband. Yes, 100 plus degrees weather, dry grass fire. Yes, absolutely. I want to go over some of the things Nancy has discussed on this. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Credit goes to Nancy Grace, the one and the only NG. Let me put her link in the description as well.
Tonight, a gorgeous young missing mom of 4's Chevy Avalanche just found on a remote and hilly county road. Tonight, where is Nikki? Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
This is Nancy Grace. Link will be in the description for the replay crew. Let me see.
Kane.
How does a gorgeous young mom like Nikki seemingly vanish into thin air? Why is her Chevy Avalanche found along a hilly and remote county road there in Shasta County? Now, if she were gone and her Avalanche was also gone, that would make more sense than her being separated from her car, from her truck, a Chevy Avalanche. That's not making sense. And why would it be parked left?
All right, Taylor, just remind me I'll sing happy birthday
in
to
the
you.
middle of nowhere? Why would she have been there? She wouldn't have been. Even if she had been there for some reason, to or fro in transit, why would she get out of her Chevy Avalanche and what? Disappear out into the hills? That did not happen. Where is Nikki? And this is not just about Nikki Chain, as her family calls her. This is about her. When someone goes missing, look at her. Where is she? If you have information on missing Nikki, tip line 530-245-6540. Repeat, 530, and also reward image of Nikki. But first, listen to this.
Nikki McCain sends a text message to her sister just after midnight on May 18th, saying she's driving Tyler McCain's mother's vehicle back to his mother's home near the Wind River Casino. When Nikki doesn't respond to texts from her family later that morning at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m., the family is concerned. The family immediately begins looking for Nikki and her.
I'm just saying, think of a mother. She's not going to leave her 4 kids this long. I mean, since the middle of May, no way. She's gorgeous. Yeah, she's gorgeous, but she's very tiny as well.
Her Chevrolet Avalanche truck. Nikki has 4 children and would never have left them without notice, and an official missing person report is filed with Shasta County.
Well, the family wasted no time in reporting her missing. That's the bright spot so far. Please join us in our search for Nikki Chain, Saley McCain. I want to first go out to Nikki's sisters joining us, Chloe and Kay. First to Chloe.
Really,
Chloe,
Angie?
tell me about when you first learned your sister, the three of you are very, very close, was not answering phone calls or texts.
You know, at first I was like, okay, this is normal. It's really early for a text message. Maybe she's still sleeping. But then I had noticed that they were green because if you have an iPhone, if the text message goes through, you know, it's blue. But then we noticed that text messages were green. And so I was thinking maybe her phone maybe was just dead. So I didn't immediately panic just yet.
Okay, hold on, Chloe. Can you back it up one moment?
Yeah.
Go through that one more time. I've seen that on my phone too, where normally you send a text and it's in a blue bubble. And then sometimes it's in green. Now, slow down just a moment. You said too early in the morning. Maybe she was still asleep, but she's not a late sleeper to my understanding. Is that correct?
Yes. She's not a late sleeper.
You can't be a late sleeper whenever you have 4 kids, right? It's just not happening. Thank you so much, Sonina. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Just wanted to say hello, everyone. I am mowing the yard, but listening. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, something is terribly, terribly wrong here. And I think we know.
I mean, with 4 children, who can
probably
sleep late? So you text her early in the morning. She doesn't respond, but you say, hey, maybe it's
Exactly.
too early for her to be texting, asleep, busy with the children. Okay. Then you said something about blue and green. Pick it up right there, Chloe, please.
Yeah, so when it's
These are her
blue, that
sisters.
means you have cell service or that your phone is not dead. But when it's green, that usually means you either don't have service or your cell phone is dead. And so that morning we were kind of in a rush. We were getting ready to go to a soccer game. And so I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'll talk to her later. So I didn't hear from her, and we did have a very busy weekend. And then we didn't really think much of it, but then starting, throughout the week, we're like, wait, Nikki has not texted in our family group message. And so then I was thinking maybe she was just at my mom's house. And then by Tuesday, we were like,
Okay, hold
wait.
on right there. Let me follow up with that. Chloe, sorry to interrupt, but I don't want to miss a detail because as we all know, and our other
Thank you so much, Marlena. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Happy Independence Day to everyone. Hope you are all staying cool out there. Don't forget to hit that like. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for 5
experts will
continuous
jump
months.
in just a moment. Every detail matters. Every detail, the timing matters, the location matters. Now, you're saying you were texting early in the morning. You thought, hey, I got to go to the soccer game. I'll circle back with her. And then you realize, many hours later, hey, I never heard back from her. This is where I want clarification. You just assumed she had gone over to your mom's. Did I hear that correctly? Okay. How far away does Nikki live from your mother?
Not very far, about maybe a 15-minute drive. Not very far at all.
Okay. I want to check my information, Chloe, and I'm going to bring in Kay Ford. This is Nikki's other lookalike sister.
They do.
Chloe,
They could pass for
to
twins.
get from Nikki's home to
All three of
her
them.
mother's home, would she have to go past?
Okay. So here is the casino, right? Now, this is where she lives. It's not far, right? But her vehicle was found way down here 8 days later. Very far from the casino, very far from the residence, from her residence. It's not good. I mean, we're talking, she has not been seen, heard of, anything since the middle of May 17th. Or so, she took a ride. It's May 18th, really, May 18th.
Where her Chevy is finally located. Would that be en route?
No, not at all. That's a different direction.
Chloe, did your sister Nikki often go visit with your mom?
She took a ride share.
Yes, she did. So we just assumed she's at my mom's house. And then Monday rolls around and, it's busy. It's the end of the school year. And so I'm just we're super busy. And so then by Tuesday, I'm like, wait a second. Have you guys heard from?
Oh my God, we've got a new exclusive world-renowned Pearl in the building. Let's give OG Blaine Erica. Thank you so much, dear. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a Pearl. Pearls look amazing on you. Thank you so very much.
Nikki. And so we text in the family group message and we're kind of like trying to figure out where she is. I call my mom. My mom's like, no, we have not seen her. And so this is when we're really starting to panic. And so then on Wednesday.
See, this is their family. You think she's going to leave her small kids? Does she drive for Uber or Lyft? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. she's not going to leave these kids. Now, the man standing close to her is the dad.
Hey, right there,
We're
right
gonna
there.
get-
Sorry to break in, but what is her practice and custom regarding texts? See, I've got one sibling that never, you have to write over and over and over. And finally, I have to write the spouse, okay, and say, hey, what's happening? That's normal. That's no big deal. The other sibling writes back just like that. So my question is, what kind of texter is Nikki?
Actually, she's a little bit of both, but
Okay.
but
The reason
she
I'm
doesn't just
asking is because at this juncture by Monday, it's still not really a big deal that she hasn't texted back, because sometimes she does that, right?
yes, but it doesn't go that long without her texting me back.
Gotcha. Listen, my sister, who I adore, has her hands full with a lot of things. And sometimes she can go like 10 days and go, oh, yeah, right, I meant to text earlier. And it's really no big deal. And I don't find that unusual. Okay, so we're at Monday. Then what happens?
Okay, I was like, okay, so no text message, and I didn't really think much. And then by Tuesday, that's when we kind of start to panic and kind of get worried about where she might be, because my mom's like, oh no, I haven't seen her.
Okay, you are hearing Chloe Saley. This is Nikki's lookalike sister. Now I want to go to
I hope not,
other
Ben.
sister, Kay
God, I
Ford.
hope not.
Kay, to both of you, is so
Oh, God, I hope
important
not.
that you are speaking out now. You've been trying to speak out. You've been searching. You've been putting up flyers. You've been doing everything right. But for some reason, nobody seems to have been looking for her. And I think it has to do with getting on to a plot of land that is tribal land. You can't just ride on there and start
Here we
looking,
go.
among other things, which I'll go into. But hey, we're here now. We're looking now. For everybody joining us, I want to give you that tip line again. Control room, if you can flash it up there, 530-24 Nikki Soon.
When, like Chloe said, the messages weren't going through. We hadn't heard from her, and everyone that we had talked to during that time, no one really had a concrete answer or a good explanation about what she had been doing or where she had gone.
Got it. Now, here's my question. I understand that shortly after midnight, that Nikki sends a text that she is taking her mother-in-law's vehicle back to the mother-in-law's home. Did you get that text, Kay?
No, this one was sent directly to Chloe.
Okay, Chloe gets that text.
Okay, I got something here. Tyler McCain's DV trial delayed as his wife remains missing. A domestic DV trial involving Tyler Scott McCain and his missing wife, Nikki McCain, was set to start in July. Now it may be dismissed. Tyler arrived at the Shasta County Courthouse on Friday morning, where the dismissal of the trial was announced. Oh my God, it was initiated by District Attorney Stephanie A. Bridget. Honorable Judge Daniel E. Flynn ultimately ruled to wait until July 5th, so tomorrow, to see if Nikki is found or if more evidence becomes present. This morning, Shasta County District Attorney Office moved to dismiss DV case against Tyler McCain due to insufficient evidence because the victim is currently a missing person and there is an ongoing investigation into her disappearance. District Attorney Bridget told KRCR, at this time, without the victim, we are unable to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. The judge hearing the case delayed the hearing of the motion to dismiss an additional week. And I have the documents here as well. If y'all want to see those, I can. Victim stated that The behavior of Tyler continued for approximately 3 hours, in which time he, oh my God. Y'all, look at this. Oh my God. Y'all probably can't read it because it's even small for me. But wait, let me do it like this. I can probably do it. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. This is not good, y'all. Not good at all. Okay. Let's see here. On Friday, 12/1/23 at 2300 hours, I responded to Mercer Hospital in Redding, California, to make contact with a female who she will be referred to in the report as confidential victim, which we know who that is. The purpose of the contact was for a reported DV incident involving herself and her husband of 13 years, Tyler McCain, that occurred on 11/29/23 between the hours of 2030 and 2330 hours. So between, okay, of the listed address. All right, let's get through this. In making contact with the confidential victim at the hospital, I immediately noticed facial trauma to both of her eyes, as well as her forehead and facial areas. Oh my God. Both of her eyes were blackened severely. Both were also swollen in what appeared to be the result of physical assault. I asked confidential victim who did this to her. She stated that it was her husband, Tyler McCain. Using my department issued iPhone, I recorded a conversation and asked a confidential victim to explain to me what occurred. She relayed the following in summary. Confidential victim stated on Wednesday, 11/29/23, she returned home to her address from Olena Road, a residence she shares with her husband, Tyler McCain. She said that they had been together and married for approximately 16 years and have 4 children in common, none of whom live with them currently. Okay, why do the kids not live with them? Getting back to the night of the incident, confidential victim stated that she got home at around 1500 hours and 3000 hours. Tyler was not home. Confidential victim went into the bedroom and started combing her hair, and approximately 15 minutes later, Tyler returned home in a strange mood and for some reason went and locked the back door of the house. Confidential victim stated that for unknown reasons, Tyler seemed extremely agitated and was not making any sense. When he contacted her in the bedroom area, she said he immediately jumped on her, held her down to the ground, and dragged her around, yelled at her, and asked her, what's going on? What are you doing? Confidential victim stated Tyler had a glazed, scary look in his eyes and if he was having some sort of mental episode. Confidential victim tried to calm Tyler down, but to no avail, and he continued to torment her verbally, as well as hold her down and began to repeatedly hit her in the face. Confidential victim stated that Tyler's behavior began to grow more and more intense toward her, hitting her in the face and his open hands in a harsh, forceful manner. She said, in addition to hitting her face, her eyes, and her cheek areas, he also pulled on her hair numerous times and even poured large amounts of water on her from a water jug that was sitting beside her, causing her to become very cold. Confidential victim stated this behavior of Tyler continued approximately 3 hours, during which time he bound her ankles and wrists together with white tape. He also placed a piece of tape over her mouth so she could not speak properly. Confidential victim stated part of the tape was not covering her mouth fully, so she was able to breathe, though she could not speak. During this time, confidential victim stated Tyler turned her over into her stomach and strangled her from behind. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Tyler turned her over on her stomach and straddled her from behind, pulled her hair, and forcibly pulled her head back, saying he was going to unalive her. I asked confidential victim what state of mind she was in at this moment. Confidential victim said she thought she was going to die, that Tyler may actually intended to unalive her. Throughout the evening, Tyler periodically hit her as she laid on the ground. Confidential victim said one time Tyler attempted to wrap something around her neck, but was not successful in doing that. I asked confidential victim about what type of object Tyler used to wrap around her neck. She said she was not sure. She did not see, only she felt it. It looked In looking at confidential victim's neck, I did not notice any specific strangulation or choke marks that could be attributed to an attempted strangling. In looking at her eyes, confidential victim, it was clear evident that she had been struck numerous times with her injuries, suggesting they came at the hands of being struck by another human. It should also be noted confidential victim is a small person, 4'11" and 90 pounds in stature. Tyler is substantially larger and stronger than she is, and there would be no way for her to fend him off in a fit of rage during the assault. Confidential victim said Tyler has done this type of thing before, but never this bad. During my interview with her, confidential victim said that she was not sure about Tyler's illegal drug use, but believed he was using methamphetamines periodically. I asked confidential victim after the approximately 3-hour ordeal how it ended. She stated toward the end of the night at around 11:30 or so, Tyler went into the kitchen where he remained for several hours, believing this was the opportunity for her to escape. Confidential victim grabbed her rope that contained her car keys, ran outside, and got into her vehicle. She said as she was leaving, Tyler came running out after her and jumped on the hood of the car, telling her to stop, which she ignored. I asked confidential victim if Tyler SA'd her during this incident in any way. She said he did not. After leaving her residence, confidential victim went to her sister's house in Reading, while she had been staying ever since, and eventually made the report to law enforcement. I asked confidential victim to describe the punches Tyler hit her with. She said it was not really a fist, more of an open hand that hit her 10 to 15 times in the facial area, including her eyes and forehead. Confidential could not see what he used to wrap around her neck, but believed he had been trying to suffocate her. Wow, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. All right, it's pretty much the same thing. All right, they did charge him with multiple felonies. Prior to transporting Tyler to jail, I was given permission by both confidential victim earlier at the hospital and the suspect, Tyler McCain, to enter residence to receive confidential victims' cell phones during a cursory safety search efforts of residents. 5 firearms were found inside the bedroom area in which were plain view both Tyler and confidential victim reside. Tyler is not a convicted felon and is not prohibited from owning pew-pews, but a record check revealed that one of the firearms, an AK-47 style pew-pew, was reported to be stolen out of Oregon. That rifle, the other ones were taken for safekeeping and later entered into evidence as recovered stolen property and safekeeping. Wow. This is crazy. This is really bad. Really, really bad. Okay. I mean, she's 90 pounds, y'all. She couldn't get anybody off of him.
Chloe, that text, that's around midnight, and she's texting with you, and I know you and Kay and Nikki share all information extremely close. You get this text stating that she is taking her mother-in-law's car back to the mother-in-law's house. Now that's at midnight, and it's near the Wind River Casino. Is that right, Chloe?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so it wasn't really a ride share. It was her mother's. Was it mother or mother-in-law's car?
And it's near the Wind. She is taking her mother-in-law's car back to the mother-in-law's house.
So this was her mother-in-law's car. This isn't going to end well,
now
guys.
That's at midnight, and
This
it's
is not going to
near
end well.
the Wind River Casino. Is that right, Chloe?
Yes, that's right.
Does anybody in the family work at the casino?
Yes, we have family members who do work at Wind River Casino, and Nikki herself worked there as well before, a few years before.
Okay, so
she had worked at a casino as a what?
She was a cocktail waitress there.
Okay, now who works at the casino now within your family?
Oh, no one works at the casino.
Yep.
Tyler's,
right.
Nothing.
Yeah, her mother-in-law lives on the ranch.
That's right. It seems it's another all in the family mohawk. That's exactly right. It always is, almost. Always someone
which is
knows.
2 doors down from the casino.
Gotcha. Okay, so nobody's working there now. The mother-in-law lives a little bit down at the Rancheria near Wind River Casino. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Kay, was the mother-in-law's vehicle actually taken to the mother-in-law's? Did that happen?
From her messages, that's where she was headed. We didn't hear from her as far as once she got to the mother-in-law's house, so we can't definitively confirm that.
Was the mother-in-law in the car with her, or was she just driving the car back on her own and then getting a ride back home? How was that working?
She was driving by herself in the vehicle.
Yeah, Cinnamon. They have looked around that area, from what I understand, around the casino as well, but still nothing. She's been missing
by
since
herself.
the middle of May.
Okay, here's it may sound like an odd question, but Chloe, you got the text. Did the text appear to be from Nikki? You know, everybody has a style of texting. My texts are as short as possible. Other people go on and on and on. They'll send you 3 paragraphs in a text. Was this text from Nikki her normal texting style?
Yes, it was. Because right before that, we were kind of talking about other things too. So I that only me and her would know. So it didn't like her.
Like what? What other things?
She was just talking about the situation with the family member that was in the hospital, and just kind of the people mentioning children's names. And so
Oh, goodness.
it felt like it was.
Thank you so much, Ben. That is so generous of you, my friend. Thank you so very, very much, Mr. Ben. Last night's stream on John's channel was wonderful. The panel and all of the people that were in chat was great. A fun night. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate you. You are so very generous to us all, and thank you for your support. Truly. I enjoyed that panel last night. I really enjoyed everyone up there. I wish Brittany would have got to join. She didn't get to join though. She was she was dealing with some stuff, I think. So but there's always next time. There's always next time. Thank you for that, Ben. Kel E, Clutched in Pearls. Mount Shasta is very well known for a lot of weird things, paranormal things, spiritual things, Native American things, a lot of strange happenings in that area. Well, yeah, I think someone was saying that earlier as well. However, I think this has to do with a husband. You know what I mean? I think it has to do with the husband. Why do they not have their kids though? That's what I'm wondering.
Her.
Does anyone know?
Okay, so you feel sure that was Nikki texting, and you believe, based on this is very important, ladies, because this is starting my timeline. You believe she was alive that at midnight that night, and you believe, based on the authenticity of that text, that Nikki, sent that text. And because it was Nikki sending the text, you believe she really was returning that car to her mother-in-law.
It sounds like she might have had a night out because of the DV case. Okay. It sounds like she had a night out. She was taking the car back to her mother-in-law's house. And in my opinion, he was mad, jealous, on a math binge, perhaps. And after she dropped that car off, something happened. I know, 7. You're right. You're exactly right.
Would you agree, yes or no?
Yes.
Now, isn't it true, ladies, that after that text, no one sees or hears from Nikki again?
Correct.
That's it after this.
Nikki now missing a month. 4 children are asking, where's mommy, as young as 7 years old. We are learning her Chevy Avalanche found in a remote and hilly area on an old county road. But here's another problem in the search for Nikki. The time delay. Listen.
8 days passed from when Nikki Chang Saley McCain was last seen by her family, and the day her truck was...
Hold on, guys. We'll get back to that. I just saw Carmelita in here. Carmelita, I got something back.
Katie! Oh, Katie! 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 Oh, Katie! 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 Oh, Katie!
What happened? There we go. Just got that back. She would have gone to her sister's house. I don't know. Again. SL, thank you so much for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to have to do some paperwork. Bear with me. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
Thank you so much, SL, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, world renowned, may I add, please give our beloved SL a big thank you. Thank you so, whoops, wrong one. Thank you so much, SL. And for the 5 new members, your application has been approved. Thank you so much, SL, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Is that Queen singing? I cannot sing, thank you very much. I cannot sing. I try, but I can't. If you mean me being a queen. All right, let's get back to this. I'm going to rewind this right here.
Area on an old time delay. Listen.
1 second.
But here's another problem in the search for Nikki. The time delay. Listen.
8 days passed from when Nikki Saley McCain was last seen by her family and the day her truck was found abandoned in Tehama County. According to a missing persons flyer released by the family, McCain was reportedly picked up from a residence near Wind River Casino in Redding, California, and may have been later dropped off at her home in Anderson. Investigators have not said where in Tehama.
That's a good question, Mohawk. Why would she have her mother-in-law's car, yet they find hers later? I wonder if, like, her husband was keeping it from her. She dropped off her mother-in-law car off and took a ride share back and got her car. But why didn't she just take her car? You know what I mean? Yep, until tomorrow. That doesn't make sense.
County, the 2002 Chevrolet Avalanche was found, or if the location is the home where McCain may have been picked up. Police have also not released whether the truck was in working order.
Okay, this is a problem. How did she get from the mother-in-law's back to her place? Did she ever get a ride? Did she get a ride? If so, with who? Joining me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we know right now. For those of you joining us, there is a $10,000 reward for information that leads to the location of
Something's weird.
Nikki Saley McCain, known as Nikki. Her family calls her Nikki Chain. To Dave Mack, crimeonline.com investigative reporter, I understand that her Chevy Avalanche.
I want to show you this. This was her why do I say that? This was him coming into court.
No justice! Tyler, where's Nikki? Where's Nikki? Tyler, where's my sister?
Oh my God, he just shrugged his fucking shoulders.
Where's my sister? Where's my sister?
Did you see him shrug his shoulders?
No justice! No peace! If Tyler's on the streets! No justice! No peace! If Tyler's on the streets! No justice! No peace! If Tyler's on the streets! Where's my sister, Tyler? Where's my sister? Where's my sister? Where's my sister? If Tyler's on the streets! No justice! No peace! If Tyler's on the streets! No justice! No peace! If Tyler's on the streets! No justice! No peace! If Tyler's on the streets! Where's my sister, Tyler? Tyler's on the streets!
Watch him. He's getting ready to look at her and shrug. Oh my! I would have fucking Kim right there. That makes me want to cry. Honest to God. That infuriates me. In my opinion, he knows where the mother of his 4 children's body is laying somewhere, most likely decaying somewhere, and he fucking shrugs his shoulders. Oh my God. Ugh. Watch this.
No justice. Tyler,
What?
where's Nikki? Where's Nikki? Tyler, where's my sister?
You see that? Where's Nikki? Don't know. Don't know. You piece of work. Oh my God. I'm about to buy a plane ticket and go out there. They would have had to hold me back. They would have had to hold me back. I'm telling you. I am not. I would have been. If I was the sister, I would have been like, okay, bitch. All right, it's on. Let's get him out. Come on. Let's fucking go, because we're going. He looks a lot thinner than he was. Well, meth does that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just a shrug. Just a fucking
Is found in
shrug.
this hilly terrain. What I don't get is how we go.
You know what he could have said? He could have walked up and said, listen, I'm trying to find her too. This is the mother of my children. But just a oh
from
my
her
God.
being in her mom-in-law's white Tahoe. How did she go from that to her Chevy being in a completely different area? Control room, if I could see that map again.
Oh, hold on one second, guys. I apologize. I know I'm bouncing, but I want you to see this. This was June 3rd. Tyler McCain, husband of missing Reading woman Nikki McCain, appeared in court June 3rd to face DV charges. Okay, let's see.
Do you guys happen to know where Nikki might be?
Who's this woman?
Do you guys?
Who's this woman with her little buckle belts? With her little buckle belts? Who's that? Is that mommy or is that? I'm just not gonna be. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Okay.
It's completely way away from any radius where Nikki would have been traveling. Look where her avalanche was located.
Don't forget that man was charged, from what I understand yesterday, of a fire. So you can dress up in your little court uniform and, make you look like you're, have some sense. You're still smoking meth though. So there's that.
Relates to her home. And the reason we've got the Wind River Resort Casino up there is because that's where the mother-in-law lives. So that's not en route, Dave Mack. Dave, what can you tell me about where this vehicle is located? And then I'm going to circle back on how critical it is to this investigation that we've lost 8 days. Go ahead.
All right. The distance is about 45 miles from the Wynn Casino, or the Wynn, from where the casino is to where the vehicle was actually found. You mentioned a rugged kind of hilly terrain. Well, it was actually a bridge area, like an overpass with an off ramp. And my understanding is that the vehicle was actually pulled around the off ramp and underneath, like it was being stashed a little bit. See, there you've got the one place that it could actually be considered maybe a bridge. Very rural terrain, 45 minutes from, or 45 miles.
I mean, why the hell is he burning stuff in his, catching the yard on fire and a bunch of cars? Did they ever check the trunk of those cars to see if a body was ever in them? I mean, hello. I mean, I'm just learning about this case too, so I don't know, but that's just a question I have. This is
rather from the casino. And all we know is that she
you gotta
took
be, has
her
to be.
mother-in-law's car to a home owned by the family. We don't know what happened. She was supposed to be picked up by somebody and taken to her home in Anderson, but there's nothing indicating that took place. All we know is that she arrived with her mother-in-law's car and her vehicle ended up 45 miles away in the middle of nowhere.
Why would she pull her vehicle?
That's a good point. The storyteller Mohawk, to be honest, sounds like she was cooperating with the DA and would have appeared to be putting him away. Perhaps, but I think he was just
her
a
avalanche
crackpot to
up
begin with.
under that behemoth. There is no reason she wouldn't be under there. Somebody stashed her car under that overpass. Joining me,
Oh, that's where they found her car.
Team of experts in addition.
So they found her car under this underpass. Wonder who was driving it.
To Dave Mack, Ted DeBias joining us out of DC, former assistant U.S. attorney in DC and author of Nobody Homicide Cases, a practical guide to investigating, prosecuting, and winning cases when the victim is missing. Also with me, Brian Fitzgibbons, Director of Operations for USPA Nationwide Security, who leads a team of investigators specializing in finding missing people. Okay, first to you, Ted DeBias joining us out of DC. Ted, that vehicle, the Chevy Avalanche, must be combed carefully and processed correctly. We can't screw this up. What should be done or should be being done right now with that Avalanche?
Absolutely, Nancy. You're going to want your crime scene folks to scrub this thing like never before. You're looking for DNA. You're looking for blood, hair, fiber. You're also going to check and see, does this have a GPS? A lot of cars today have tracking devices.
Wow.
Part of their system used to be OnStar and some of these other things. You're going to check for that. You're also going to be looking for, okay, where is the cell phone of Nikki? We already know she had a cell phone. We know she was texting. You're going to start looking at cell tower information and figure out where could she be. Now, if it's a rural area, which I think a number of your folks on the program have said, that could be more.
Yeah, to check the position to see if there is Justin. Okay. Yeah, checking the seat area, because a lot of times people forget to change that, right? And she was so short and tiny. If the seat was pushed back far, that would indicate something.
Because rural areas tend to have fewer cell towers and it becomes more difficult to track where those phones are. But those are the types of forensic evidence which is key in a missing persons case, particularly if, God forbid, it turns into a no-body homicide. The forensic evidence is always key to these cases, Nancy.
Y'all, I got to show you this. This is what this bastard did yesterday. This is footage of someone driving by. Look at him there.
Tristan's right across the street. Someone must be right here.
That's a hell of a fire.
Yep, look at her house. Cars are burning. Tristan's right across the street. Someone must be right here. Yep, look at her house. Cars are burning. Yep, look at her house. Cars are burning.
He definitely was trying to burn something. He does need to pay for all the damage. He was burning something yesterday. Sure damn was. Yeah, he burnt the cars. There was like old cars sitting out. No, it's not their home. I don't think it's their home. I think it's that he burnt the yard and the cars. Let's see here. Law enforcement were on the property while the fire still burned at 1700 block. Okay. Let me see if I can find that. That is a big ass fire. Wow. That is crazy.
Okay. A lot of questions about the Chevy Avalanche. Put device back up. Tad, when you state it's got to be, you said scrubbed. It needs to be processed with a fine-tooth comb. And this is where I have found evidence in the past on the handle, on the driver's door handle, where somebody opens the door, around the handle, on the ignition, if there is a gear shift, on the shift. Also, I've had a case, and specifically it was the case of Teresa Hallback, who was a victim of Stephen Avery, who became a media darling and making a murderer. Okay. He killed her, no question. A jury agreed. His perspiration, his DNA was found on the ignition. They didn't know each other, and so there was no reason for that to be. His DNA was found elsewhere. But that said, it's very important that this avalanche be processed appropriately and very carefully. I've seen cases rise and fall on,
Nancy, can I give you one
let
other
me just
thing?
say, sloppy gathering of evidence. And I've got a quick question to one of the sisters, either one, Chloe K. Am I seeing a handicap sticker on her tag?
Yeah, Tyler had just bought her maybe a week or two before she went missing.
So it had not been registered to
A
them
handicap
yet.
sticker for what? Who's handicapped?
The previous owners. So this vehicle was not registered yet to Tyler or Nikki.
Okay, and that previous owner had a handicap sticker?
Yes.
Correct.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so how long had they had the Chevy?
I want to say
About
maybe
2 weeks before she went missing. A week or two.
2 weeks before she went missing. Gotcha. Okay. Could be important. It will confuse getting fingerprints because there's going to be a lot of other people's prints in there that are not theirs. But that said, no problem. Brian Fitzgibbons is jumping in, joining us from USPA Nationwide Security. Jump in, Brian. Help me out. Any thought?
Yeah, Nancy, that is actually really important information that this was 2 weeks ago that the vehicle was purchased. So according to Tehama County Sheriff's bulletin, which in some jurisdictions they call a police log, when they found the vehicle, they assessed that there was some burn damage on the side of the vehicle. So, I think investigators need to find out, was this burn damage there?
Okay, I'm sorry. You cut out on me. What did you just say about burn damage?
Yes. So the Tehama County Sheriff's bulletin included a report that there was burn damage to the side of the avalanche. So I think it's important to.
Wow, there was burn damage to. He is an arsonist. He sounds like Chevy Avalanche, like Rex Herman. Yeah. Burn damage to the side of the avalanche. And now he sets off this big fire at his home yesterday. That's how you get rid of evidence, is you burn the shit. For sure.
To note that jumped off the page to me. given the location where the avalanche was found and obviously the circumstances.
When you say burn damage, what do you mean by that?
So included in the bulletin, the official report that the Tehama County sheriffs made to the public on all their calls, the responding officer indicated that there was burn damage on the side of the vehicle. There were some photos circulated online that I believe showed part of that burn damage. So, not enough that would make the vehicle not function, but you can see a little melting to the plastic areas on the vehicle.
An abandoned truck in a different county, missed phone calls and unanswered texts. Where is California mom Nikki Saley McCain?
Well, right now we're between a rock and a hard spot, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the sisters joining us today, Nikki's sisters, Chloe and Kay, didn't realize anything was wrong. They got a late night text, Chloe did, midnight, from Nikki. We know it's Nikki because of her writing style and the information that the text contained. It was her. She was dropping off her mother-in-law's vehicle. I want everybody to put their minds to it and see if we can figure out who was supposed to take Nikki from that location back home.
Perhaps.
That said,
I'm looking for the picture right now.
That night, then it's Monday, then Tuesday, before they realize, hey, she never texted back. She's not at mom's house. So we've lost at least 3, if not 4 days. That is critical. Brian Fitzgibbons joining us, Director Operations, USPA, Nationwide Security, every hour. Just let's say she's in a car, 60 mph. Every hour, she's 60 miles further away. If anyone has, and I pray to God this is not true, killed her, every hour hurts the investigation. It hurts in the discovery of the body. It hurts as to whether the body is subject to animal activity, as it is euphemistically called. Every hour makes this more difficult in finding Nikki. Agree, disagree?
Totally agree. And the vehicle being found 40 miles to the south, separating that from Nikki's residence and family homes definitely makes this challenging as well. It spreads out the search area quite a bit. The other thing that you're dealing with here, Nancy, is the rancheria. So a rancheria, for those who aren't familiar with it, is effectively a small Native American reservation. So you have tribal lands in the middle of this missing person search, which at a minimum complicates access for volunteer search parties and the like. So you lump that onto a very vast search area, remote terrain, and then issues with access. This is a very challenging search for Nikki.
You are so right. We are calling on you, our viewers, the public, to help find Nikki. Take a listen to this, another fly in the ointment.
The search for Nikki Saley McCain continues, extending now onto tribal land. The Wind River Casino granted permission for family, friends, and concerned citizens to come together on 2 days to search the grounds and by plane. Chloe Saley, Nikki's sister, tells local news reporters that the area is close to where McCain was last seen or heard from. Other parts of tribal grounds remain private due to tribal sovereignty. Access has to be requested and granted before an area can be searched.
Oh, dear Lord in heaven. You know how many times I've run up against this?
Look at this. This is on X. You can see the vehicles. Like he's burning it. Something is really wrong here. That is crazy. I don't know. Do you live in that area, Trishy? Hold on. Then this is from Legacy. Oh, look, a fifth wheel. Great. Great. Yeah, he's burning evidence. That's for damn sure, in my opinion. For sure. Okay, this is the home. How many cars do they have? This guy.
Family and friends plead for.
We'll go back to that in a second, but there was something.
Anything else that maybe we missed, or anything that you always want to bring up? Or?
Yeah, keep talking about her, keep talking about everything, because eventually I know that someone will come forward with some, or if not even a little bit of information. And don't feel like one little bit of information is not important. In anything, any type of information is helpful, whether it be a small little bit of information. You never know, because that little bit of information can just lead law enforcement into maybe the right direction,
And then it's anonymous too. There's an anonymous tip line too. So, and I get it. You don't want to, people might not feel comfortable just sharing, even if it's a small piece of information. If they think it's a small piece of information, you can still share it and be anonymous. No one will ask any questions. Share what you know, or share what you think you might know. And it's every piece helps. And continue to raising the awareness to just, even so people see her face and they can remember, oh, I did see her at this point. The awareness is what's super important, and keeping her story alive until we find her and we find out what happens to her, or what happened to her. And then, and if she's hiding out for a while, great. That is the best case scenario. She's safe. She took some time off. That's what we're praying for. So, and if that's the case, then great. We'll leave you alone. We'll give you some time to be by yourself. But unfortunately, like we
I don't think that's what's happening.
We don't think that's the case. But even though it's the case, just let us know, and then we will leave you alone.
Yeah.
But we want to bring her home.
Something else too is that if anyone did see her maybe on Friday, if they can just verify for us what she's wearing, because still to this day, we have no idea what she was even wearing. And I knew that a lot of people were wondering, okay, what was she wearing that day? And I don't know. I really don't.
Even if you talked to her that Friday or that Thursday before, just like if you knew her mood and you what was the conversation you had with her? I think that's really important, just to kind of get her state of mind and and just kind of like what her activities were the couple days before would be super important.
Yeah. Just want to
look at the kids there. Look at the kids there. Look at that. Hold on. You can see the kids at the window. They're like, Dad, let me in. Okay.
The air assumptions and whatnot, but I guess the last person that may have seen her would have been
I guess it's the same house.
Tyler McCain. I'm not sure what their relationship was together. What was their relationship?
They were married. They had been. They've had issues. They've had some, and there is a case right now, a domestic violence case.
How long were they together for?
They have been together for
almost 15
years.
Oh, 15 years.
Yeah, and then they've been married for
about 10
years. Yeah.
Wow, that's a long relationship.
Yeah.
And then that was a big part of it too, is that she that's what she knew. And then she loved him very much. Even through the ups and downs, she tried very hard to make it work, even when things were bad. And then anytime there was any signs of things getting better. She's very hopeful. She said, "Yep, if you know, we're both willing to change, we're willing to be better, we're willing to get help," then she was just all, yes, let's do it. Let's be together. Let's be there for our kids. Let's be a good family, because things started out really good. A lot of the issues they had were it wasn't always like that.
Yeah, they had, I almost want to say it was basically perfect.
It was a very ideal, beautiful
Mhm.
marriage, beautiful, you know, they had great family, they were great parents.
They had their house built, you know,
Yeah, so everything
was
was
just falling into place.
Yeah.
And working out.
Everything was great.
Everything's picture perfect.
And you said earlier that there was some instances where maybe there's like a domestic dispute or domestic violence type. I don't know if you guys want to talk about that or bring it up, but
There were a lot of, they would get it, and they're both very, I would say they're both very passionate people. And I think, you know, you just would start from just couples quarrel, fights. And then I think it's the last few years, it's escalated to where they became more physical. And then I think it just kind of expanded from there, because the domestic violence issues weren't really, they didn't happen early on in the relationship.
Yeah.
As long as we knew, she didn't, and she was pretty open about things that were going on with them, with us. So a lot of the physical stuff didn't happen until a few years ago.
I would say maybe the last like three.
And I would say like it was a big part of it, like COVID, you know, we hear a lot about what happened during COVID is, no one, you know, you don't see anyone else but your immediate family, or like your close circle that you're allowed to see. So I think things just kind of imploded a little bit during that time. And then things that were kind of on the brink, it, like I said, it escalated, and a lot to do with just not having the support from outside, the support from family. And I think things definitely got worse from there. But yeah, there were definitely a lot of incidences. I know that there were a lot of calls to law enforcement, a lot on her behalf, sometimes on Tyler's behalf. But she was very, as bad as things got, she didn't like to, she still didn't want to break the family apart. So, you know, the police would come, and she didn't want to make.
I know a lot of people don't want to break the family apart, but it's not you in that situation. It is them beating the, you know what I mean? Oh God, it's craziness. Guys, I will be back here live later. We are about to do fireworks and all of that stuff, but I'll be back probably around 11:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about some more stuff on this case, and we'll be talking about the Sebastian Rogers case. Yes, police was there often. I just got some information about this case I'm getting ready to look at, and I'll be back here later. Thank you all so very much. I love you all. Appreciate you so much. You could have chosen to be anywhere in YouTube land, on the internet, in the world right now, and you chose to be here with me, and I really do appreciate that. Truly. Thank you all. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Love you guys. Happy Independence Day to everyone in America. God bless.